Hello, how are you doing, everyone? This is the recall of Honda from Team 4 with Christina P. and Jaleesa F. And we're going to focus on the current recalls that have been in the media for Honda. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy our wonderful presentation. In case most of you are unaware, Honda has been in the media lately for the recall of the seat belts, with the airbags in the seat belts, but we focus mainly on the airbag. And to get the company back on the rise, some of the recommendations of the goal of the company that we plan to focus on is the rise up in their market, and for them to become well known in introducing success. We would like to grow a more customer base and keep the customers coming and keep them going, because at Honda, that's what we need, and we prefer that is something that is strongly recommended for the company. And most importantly, we would like to make a profit. Currently, right now, Honda is not making any profit. We're spending most of the money per se on making the company redo certain things as far as airbags and redoing the recalls. That's something that we're spending money and we're taking out of pocket. So mainly we like to focus on getting money back and making a profit out of the company. And so once we do that, the recommendations for the company will be a very good thing. Also, when the recall went underway and a lot of people heard about what was going on, they were really disappointed. The reputation of Honda was ruined and we lost a lot of business. The CEO didn't particularly do a lot of things that he was supposed to do, or really do them in the correct way or in the right order or in the right manner. So a recommendation that we strongly need right now is to build our business back up. We have poor performance or output of product, mistakes that were going wrong in the public. We also made unethical or negligent behavior towards a lot of different people. So our recommendation is that we're going to build our reputation back up and build that business back up that we need in the community. And the best way to do that is we recommend that we get out there and we let the people know that we are still here as a business and we are still here as a company, and we're going to make these things work as a team. And that is the biggest recommendation that we have. And all of those things that Honda has done in the past, we're guilty of them. Honda is guilty of all of those causes. Some of the causes might be poor performance or product. Honda was making cars with defective airbags, and that was all because of the company that we were working with. So we're going to recommend that we get out there, we find another supplier. The airbag company that we're currently working with, that's not who we should be with. We need to go out there and find a better company. So that's one recommendation that we need and that we must make. We're going to search and do some research and find the proper people that we need to make the people happy. Mistakes that have gone public. The public was made unaware of the defects. As I said in the previous slide, we didn't notify the public in a timely manner, or we didn't do it the way we should have did it. But we're going to backtrack. Every move that we make or every recommendation that we make for the company, we're going to make it public. We're going to let everyone know the steps that we are taking to make Honda a better company. We don't want to hide in the shadows anymore. We don't want anyone to feel like we're trying to be sneaky or unethical, for that matter. No, we're going to let them know that Honda is here, we're making a comeback, and we're guilty of all of those things, but come along with us and see what we can do from here on out. Here is a current slide of the consequences of the recall from Honda, but we're not going to focus on the consequences. We just want you to be aware that we are aware and we know the certain steps that we took to get us here to this recall. But as I said before, we're not going to concentrate that. We're going to do it more on where should we be and what do we need to do. So we want you to know, as a recommendation from us, that we're going to visually look at what got us here and take the steps that we need to get us in the proper place for us not to go there again, or to not to suffer a massive recall due to airbags. We're going to visually, as a team, work together and see where do we need to be. Here on this current slide, we have the exact issue that is at hand. As you can see, there is a dummy. He's in a Honda vehicle with a Tuska airbag, experiencing the sharples to the face and the chest. If this was a human, they would be in great danger. We have a lot of people who's coming in and who's applying all these lawsuits against the company, and it's because of this issue right here. If we would have but spent better testing in this area of the product, we would have known this ourselves when we test drove some of our cars. I don't know how we missed it, but like I said before, it's an error on our part, but we're going to do better to find out ways that we can save the people. So the biggest recommendation here is, like I said before, more money, more research, and more awareness. We recommend that the company does more dummy tests. In reality, that's what it boils down to. So I know you're probably asking yourself right now, is Honda at fault for these defects? Technically, Honda is not responsible for the defects of the airbags that were installed in the cars, but we will take full responsibility as a great company. We want the people out there to know that we do care, and we're going to take full responsibility, because in reality, we chose this company. The company Tika, a Chinese airbag supplier, made several millions of these airbags, which were sold to Honda and even other big and well-known car companies. Other companies such as Mazda, Nissan are dealing with these same issues. So in general, the airbag company, they're just not any good. So we're going to go in with the state leaders, anyone that we need to try to get this company out the door. But as I said before, Honda, yeah, we're maybe at fault just a little, but being the strong company that we are, we recommend that every time something happens, we're going to take full responsibility and let the people know, hey, on their behalf, we're going to step in and we're going to take charge and let you know that we didn't fully know about this or this issue, but we're here and we're going to take full responsibility as your automaker, because in reality, you purchased a car from us. You didn't just purchase the airbag. But we know in the end, yeah, that we should have did better marketing. Really, we should have did better marketing and let the people know that, hey, this is not the people for us and we need to do something better. So like I said before, you probably are wondering, is Honda fully responsible for these defects? We're not, but we are going to take full responsibility, because that's the recommendation that we should take. Previously, we didn't take ownership of the issue and we didn't let the people know. This time around, we are. We're going to take ownership of it. We're going to let the people know, hey, it's our fault. We're going to make it public once again and get out there and let each individual know that this is our fault and we are here to help to make those numbers rise once again. That's what it's about. The biggest recommendation there is we want the people, and to make the people come again, we're going to take ownership.
So what does this mean for Honda? Honda must rise back to the top. They must deal with and fix any and every issue that has occurred and still may occur from this large multi-million-dollar recall. Once a plan is put into place in order to solve the issues, technical, reputational, and supplier issues, it must be carried out fully in order to be able to rebrand. We will start problem solving by creating an implementation plan. The CEO, Takanobu Ito, was responsible for not informing the public when he had first heard about the defects in the cars. He must call for an emergency company-wide meeting and address the changes that must be made. News of the creation of a functional structure and cross-functional team will be announced at this meeting. Those teams will be focusing on research of supplying companies and safety features. Changes that are imperative to success are 1. Termination and replacement of Mr. Ito in his position as the Chief Executive Officer. Mr. Tabanoku Ito, CEO at the time of the recall, proved to be unfit for the position by behaving unethically and not making a move that would result in the greater good for the people. He must be replaced by someone more fit for the job and the stress that comes with it. The new CEO will know what to do in tough and troubling times. Mr. Ito will, however, continue to work as part of the team as director and advisor, but is demoted from CEO. Second change imperative to success. Budget wisely and focus spending money on safety feature research and purchases. Now that money is being lost in the company must be careful with their spending. Budget cuts will be made in marketing department in order to research and solve the defective airbag issue. This is not a time for marketing anyways. The last thing you want people to know and be reminded of is that your company has failed. While the marketing department is at a standstill, they should be planning how to advertise Honda's comeback. The third change imperative to success is to find a new airbag supplier. It is apparent that Honda should no longer work with Takata as the airbag supplier, for it is Takata's fault that there is a defect at all. Proof lies in the fact that there are other car companies with the same exact issues, the supplier all being from Takata. The supplier must be replaced with a better, more reliable company that produces a better product. The same way customers are steering away from and untrusting Honda is the same way to feel about Takata. Some serious repair must be done in order for the company to have any credibility. Internal and external forces drive change. Internal. The internal force that is driving change is the responsibility that Honda has to put out safe cars on the road and not threaten the lives of their customers. It is their duty to fix that mistake. External. The external force driving change is the customer base and the lack of sales that are coming in. Another external force driving change is the risk of a lawsuit. The best theory for the task at hand. Path goal theory. Path goal theory states that motivation in giving the best effort depends on whether that individual believes that they can accomplish that task, if doing so reaps rewards, and those rewards being attractive to the employee. This works best in this case because the rewards here are actually preventing Honda from going out of business and staying employed. This reward is attractive because everybody needs to make their living. Here is an example of the way that we will be organized for this task. First, the CEO is the plan implementer. He directs the two managers in charge of these two tasks: finding a new airbag supplier and researching safety features. The employees underneath these managers will be the ones working to make the goal happen under the manager's leadership and supervision.